The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets Hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! Back to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, good evening and welcome aboard, and welcome inside the West Middlesex Memorial Center as we get set for our second game in second consecutive nights as the Strathroy Rockets are back at home and facing the Chatham Maroons for the first time here this season on home ice. I'm Noah Smith, Matt Hiscox alongside me as we get set to call the action on this one, coming off probably what has been the most exciting game of the season last night on the road in St. Mary's. Matt.
I think exciting is an understatement. You could call that probably the best playoff game that wasn't a playoff game, really. We were talking to General Manager Ken earlier, and he even said that here tonight. That felt like a playoff game in St. Mary's. That's what we hope to see come, March, April, but we got to get there first. Tonight it's a battle against the Maroons.
So the Rockets facing the Maroons for the first time this season on home ice, but it is the second meeting of the season between the two clubs. The Rockets dropped a 6-3 decision earlier on this year in Chatham at the Memorial Arena, but it's their first taste of the Maroons here on home ice. They'll be sending back out to the ice Chaz Nixon, who put on quite the performance last night in St. Mary's, and you could make the argument, despite standing on his head, he was the worst of the two goaltenders out there, as Bryce Walkarius was dominant for the Lincolns, stopping everything he faced as well.
And it's funny, I actually ran into the Lincoln's goalie coach on the way home from St. Mary's last night, and he was even blown away by Walkarius' performance last night. But Nixon has come in to Strathroy and put on a clinic every game he started. This will be his fifth straight start. This is a fifth straight start that he deserves. We were talking about it earlier this afternoon. Do you go to O'Dwyer, especially after playing back-to-back games, big back-to-back games last night, and coming in here tonight? We know the managerial or the coach's decision. It's Nixon, ride him while he's hot. Yes, the results of wins and losses aren't there, but the goals against and the goals for are coming.
If you take away that first start Nixon had as a Rocket against the London Nationals, where he gave up 4 goals, 3 of them were through screens that he couldn't even see the puck till it was past him. Take away that game entirely, and you have a fantastic string of games from your new goaltender. He's held the opposition to just 3 goals in regulation. 2 goals in regulation, 3 goals altogether. Last night's game doesn't even count as a goal against them because they won it 1-0 in a shootout.
And that's the one thing that I still don't understand, that it's in the NHL, GOJHL, all across the hockey culture, is a shootout goal doesn't count. It should in my mind, should in Ken's mind as well. He was even saying that himself. But either way, it's a goal. It didn't count against his stats. It should be a 0-0 tie for that game last night. Both goalies were incredible. Tonight we'll see if we can get a duplication of that.
So the Rockets have been getting some points lately, but they're not really in the win column. Shootout loss last night and overtime loss in St. Thomas a week from yesterday, and then the win on home ice last weekend against Sarnia. So really in the last 3 games, they've got 4 points. It's a pretty good string here for the Rockets. They're facing a tough Chatham Maroons team that sits in 3rd place in the GOJHL's Western Conference tonight. They're having a good season. They're a good hockey team, and it's going to be a real good test for this Rockets team that, for all accounts, is playing some of their best hockey so far this season. It's time to start translating that into wins, into 2 points.
Yeah, Chatham's going to want to come in. Kamoka's off for the last few days. They don't have a game this weekend.
Well, they're tomorrow in Chatham.
That's right. Sorry, tomorrow in Chatham. So they're going to want to get the win tonight before going in, because they're tied with Kamoka right now in the standings. So they're going to want to get some points tonight before going in there. They're going to be hungry. The Rockets, this is a back-to-back game. They're hungry after not getting the win last night. You know they're going to want the 2 points tonight.
Luka Dobrik will start in goal for Chatham tonight. The Bell River, Ontario native, getting the start between the pipes for the Maroons. And a couple scratches to go through for Chatham tonight. Just the 3, Nolan Miller, as well as Julian Gervais and Will McCracken scratched. They are out of the lineup tonight for Chatham.
And Matthew Brazeau, Ryan Marshall, Carson Perry. That's a big scratch for the Rockets tonight. He's not going to be in the lineup. And Noah Nelson up with the Bulldogs again tonight. But the big one there, that's Perry out of the lineup. We saw him get hurt last night, we assume, just before heading to overtime. He's out of the lineup. See how the Rockets can cover his spot in the lineup and on the point production tonight.
Yeah, Perry, a big guy on the first line for Strathroy so far this season, playing with Wood and Ballas. We'll see actually Caden Faulkner slot up into that first line for Strathroy tonight and play with Ballas and Wood on his wings. So it's going to be tough for the Rockets playing without their captain this game. He's out with what we presume is just a minor injury, but you never know. You'd like to see him get back in the lineup Wednesday when the Rockets go to London to take on the Nationals. But for today, you just got to worry about getting through this game without your captain.
Yeah, and I think Faulkner's going to have a game tonight. He's only got 4 points on the year. Yes, that's really low. But the thing is he's going to get to play with two really good players. I think he's going to have himself a really good game tonight and the chance to maybe put up a few points. Dobrich is starting his 9th straight start. That's a lot on a goalie. You might see a little tiredness by the third period out of him. See what that top line can do tonight.
So we'll see how Dobrich does in net for the Maroons. As mentioned by you, they're starting in his 9th straight hockey game for Chatham. So they're clearly riding this guy until they can't no longer. And we'll see if he gets to start tomorrow as well when they host the Kamoka Kings, the back-to-backs. It always seems to be where people get their minds spinning in circles. Do they want to start the goalie that they've been going with? Despite being on a short rest, if you will, especially considering tomorrow's game is an afternoon game for Chatham. Even less time for them to get settled in, have a little bit of rest before they have to take on the Kings in a really important game for them as well.
Yeah, and you know what? We look at the Strathroy Rockets, and, Nixon starting again on back-to-back. He started back-to-back last weekend, but he was off for almost about 3 weeks there. So he's had a lot of rest. Dobrich, he hasn't really had him much rest. He's gone game after game after game. Basically, since about 6th game of the season, he's gone straight. So for really, it's a tough situation for a lot of teams on what do you want to do. And a coach, you want to ride a hot hand. You ride a hot hand till it breaks. But do you ride it till it breaks and, you end up getting injuries, you get especially in this league, you don't want to lose a number one goaltender, and that's what Chatham's putting themselves really in the risk of doing in this situation of doing a lot of back-to-backs, 9 straights so far.
On the ice now, the Strathroy Rockets U15 AE team is getting announced player by player. They were the regional Silver Stick champions last weekend in Exeter at the Huron Regional Silver Stick. So congratulations to them. They are getting named off, as well as the coaching staff for those U15 AE Junior Rockets. They will be in attendance tonight, taking in the hockey game, taking in the Maroons versus the Rockets, and getting honored here in front of the Strathroy crowd. And I'm sure many of them were there to make the trip to watch these guys win that Silver Stick last weekend.
Yeah, and you know what? You're going to maybe see some of these kids playing for the Rockets in a few years. You never know. That's the one thing that you got to look at, especially with these younger teams. They're here. They're going to idolize these players. You and I see it with the baseball team, with the majors, players showing up, little kids showing up that honor and look up to players like Cleveland Brownlee. These guys do the same thing. Maybe not to the Rockets, but to the Knights and stuff like that. But they have the Rockets on their sweater. We're watching the Rockets tonight. That's one thing that they're going to think, hey, I'm going to be that kid that's going to lead this team in a few years.
Blake Hall was out there to take the ceremony with Carson Perry out of the lineup. We'll now take it down to ice level for the national anthems here in Strathroy. So the anthem's complete and just about ready for puck drop here in Strathroy. We welcome you inside the West Middlesex Memorial Center. The site for this one tonight as the Rockets try to pick up a big win on home ice. They did so a week ago against the Sarnia Legionnaires. Now they'll have to do it against the third place Chatham Maroons.
Yeah, and last week's game was a big game for the Rockets, getting the win on home ice. That's going to bring the fans' livelihood back into the building, and it's going to increase the expectations here going into games. This is one that the Rockets are going to want. Tough one last night with the 1-0 shootout loss. Incredible game by them. They ran into a hot goalie. That was what happened there. Tonight they're going to want a really big win, and look for them to get a few shots and a couple chances right off the hop here.
So with Perry out of the lineup, Caden Faulkner slots in at center on this top line with Wood and Ballas on the wings. It's Smith and Kindry on defense as the puck is down and we are underway. The Rockets take possession on the opening faceoff. Here comes Smith from the Strathroy zone up ice. It's going to be tipped in on the dump in. Back behind the net of Dobrik. Into the corner here. Whaley tries to play that one up. Out front, Wood cuts to the net. Wood on a backhand. That one stopped. Nice save as Dobrik got the pad on it. Here come the Maroons up into the offensive zone. Shot on. That one stopped. Nixon, big rebound came off the pad, but the Rockets will pick it up inside their own zone. Faulkner up through the middle, picked up by Hibbert. Back down low, trying to find Simons with the stick lifted and the puck taken away. Here's Riley Wood into the corner of the Strathroy zone. Pass comes up to Simons off his stick. Ballas to center, and he'll dump it in. The Rockets will get a line change. 50 seconds gone here early on in the first period. Here come the Maroons from their own zone. Dumped in. Back behind the Strathroy net. Now with it, playing it off the boards. Spezial couldn't get it as Hogarth, and now Hall back behind the Strathroy net. Hall picked up by Fancy. Fancy tries the centering passes. He's dished to the ice. Rockets will just clear back out to center where it's picked up by Spence here for the Maroons. Now Spence losing an edge there at center, but he's back up to his feet, and they're able to dump it in as Fancy on the backhand. It's Habib in the corner. Habib goes to the opposite side for Hall. Hall, long pass through the middle and out of the reach of Jonathan Kilby, who's back in the lineup tonight for Strathroy and quickly getting himself acquainted with the opposite side.
Yeah, Kilby's always been a physical threat on the ice. We saw it as soon as he came over back in 2019. They played a really physical game last night in St. Mary's to start. See if they can get some physicality going here early to get the game going.
He'll be throwing the body on the wall as the Rockets will enter the zone, and now Spezial has it on the right side. Spezial back behind the net here, holds onto it on his backhand. Now down low. Just out of the reach as Kilby heads to the opposite side. Kilby throwing the hit, but the Maroons will clear back out to center. Now coming in. Losing that one slightly. Graham as he goes into the corner. Centering pass, nobody there to pick it up. Kilby clears at the blue line. Now trying to pick it up here, Gallant. Gallant works his way in on the right side. Now back behind the net, loses it. Clark. Clark up past the Chatham bench now. Over to Graham. Graham works his way between the defenders into the corner. Just out of the reach of Johnson. Up to the point. Shot on. That one redirected into the left side corner. Now Gallant a long pass trying to find Dundas, but that pass was over top of his stick and will go for icing against Strathroy.
Yeah, a really good chance there to get the puck up to Dundas. The only issue was it was 2 feet over his stick. Good chance to get it up in the air. You had to get it up over the defender's stick. Problem is, though, is you got it too high and it went all the way down the ice for icing.
Into the corner now as the Maroons try to get something going, but the Rockets will turn it back up ice here as Gallant has it on his stick on the left side. Pass over to Dundas, not on his plates as it's brought forward here. Now Cunningham lost it as Kindry with it on his forehand. Gets it up to center and Piercy across the line. Piercy to Gallant. Gallant a shot. That one stopped by the pad of Dobrik. Bounces all the way back up to the point. There's no one there for Strathroy. Here come the Maroons breaking into the offensive zone. Back down behind the net, Cunningham. Trying to knock that one away. Looking off to his right is Nixon. Maroons still in possession and now finally taken by Piercy, who pokes it out to the point but not out. Back down low, it's Smith. Smith battling, trying to get it away. He's going to get it up to Hewitt. Now Hewitt, quick flip, Dundas, he tried to get the stick lift there, but it was unable to get the puck. Now the Rockets from their own blue line back to Zabo, and Zabo, his pass coming through the middle. It's going to get onto the stick here, and it's going to be the Captain Welch knocking it off to the side, looking for the return pass, and Nixon's just going to glove that one and cover up here, and something inside the net there. It might have been a neck guard of someone.
I believe it's Nixon's neck guard, actually, because he doesn't have his on from my angle, and it looks like they're trying to figure out who it is, but at least from my angle here, it looks like Nixon's lost his. So we'll see what happens there, as it's been sent to the Maroons bench, and it's actually a Maroons player.
Zabo now off the draw here for the Maroons. Looking out front. That pass knocked away. Trying to bring it up was Wood. Unable to get it past Welch. Welch is going to knock it back down low on the backhand. Now Habib. Ballas, and Ballas is going to lift the stick there, and Faulkner will come forward. Faulkner going to try to break his way in, but the good play on defense there to knock it away by Whaley. Here comes Whaley now as he picks the puck up into the corner. Spinning, looking for options. We'll put it back down low. Over to the opposite side in the corner. Welch up to the point and out. And now Riley Wood will come forward. It's Wood against Whaley. Wood cutting to the net here, and he couldn't get the move off in time as Whaley. A nice play. Now the arm comes up, and it's going to be a penalty on Whaley. The Rockets will go to the power play here. 4 minutes and 26 seconds into the opening period.
Yeah, and it looks like the line increase for Faulkner has gone to his legs as he took off there on that first chance. The Rockets are going to go to the power play, 15.6% on the power play for a success rate. Tough break last night, like we've mentioned already. They didn't get a goal last night. They had a lot of chances. See if they can break that tonight against these Maroons.
Quickly up to the point here. Smith across the line. Looks over to Spezial here as the Rockets work around the perimeter. This first power play chance of the game for them. Up to the point for Smith again. Maroons right on him here, trying to force the pass on the power play for Strathroy. Into the corner. Maroons all over him. This one's cleared up to the line, not out. Kept in by Kindry. Off to the side. Kindry looking for the return pass. Didn't get to him. Now Spezial will find it up to the point. Kindry walks across the line. Nice move to get around the defender. In comes Kindry with a shot. That one was blocked. Now in the corner. Kilby. Up to Spezial. He hands it up to the point. Kindry again. Off to Smith on the left side. Kindry shot on. Big rebound comes out, but it's just out of the reach of Kilby, who was waiting on the side. Now Spezial trying to go back down low, and it'll be cleared out by the Maroons, who will get a line change.
And I like that spot for Kilby right in front of the net. Big body in front of the net. He's going to be wonders there if he can stay there and get in front of the goaltender's eyes.
And here comes Faulkner up through the middle. He's going to break into the offensive zone. Poked off his stick. And the Maroons will clear, but it's going to be into the bench, so that'll bring the face-off inside of the Chatham zone here.
Yeah, you see the gloves kind of come up quick there on that one. That's the one thing with hockey. You see a lot of guys leaning on the bench. You got to be careful when that puck's coming right at you. Make sure that it's not going to get interfered with.
And a nice play to work it past, and here come the Maroons, a shorthanded 2-on-1 chance. It's Welch on the right side, stopped by Nixon. Oh my goodness, he gets across to stop the rebound. What a save from Chaz Nixon.
And you see Cameron Simons looking up to the rafters on that one. Oh my goodness, that was a wide open net, and Chaz Nixon, save of the year candidate right there. I think he saw Walkarius' game last night and says, you know what? Let me put on my own performance in this one for sure.
Face-off off to the right of Nixon here as he keeps the game scoreless and snuffs out the shorthanded chance from the Maroons. Now a turnover down low. Welch with a shot. That one stopped by Nixon again. Bailing out his teammates once more.
Tough break for the Rockets as they're the ones on the power play, but Nixon has been the better goalie here to start on this power play as they've had more chances on him.
And now a penalty on the way. It'll be a tripping call. And I think it's against Piercy, so that'll negate the last 23 seconds here of the power play. And we'll send the Maroons to their first man advantage in 23 seconds time.
And we've seen that a lot in hockey where a guy or your team gets running around in their own zone, and when you get out-battled, you're either going to have a goal scored against you or you're going to have a penalty, and that's what happens. Guys were out there for a little longer than they wanted to be, and a penalty happened when they get tired.
They're lucky they didn't have the first option had Chaz Nixon not got across with the pad. Hogarth over to Spezial, and Spezial inside, but the Rockets are offside on the play. When you get running around, when you get tired, that is when you'll make the mistakes. And the Rockets made a couple there on the power play, two of them almost resulting in goals, and then finally taking a penalty.
Yeah, and at least it wasn't 120 feet from your own net. That's the one thing the coaches dread every power play.
Here coming in, breaking across is LeGood. Had a chance to bring it in. The Rockets will clear down the ice as they are to the penalty kill, and a first chance on the power play for the Maroons here in this game. Klinsky dropped it off. Now the Maroons will work up ice from their own zone. Pass to Clark. Clark in across the line. Now in the corner, he's going to spin, get away from danger, hand that one up to the point. Now looking for a shot. That one off a stick and out of play. We'll keep the face-off inside the Strathroy zone.
And unfortunately, the Rockets, the last few games they've had a better penalty kill, but to start the season, they really weren't good on that penalty kill, and it's left them at 25th in the league with a 72.6% right now.
Over to Clark. Clark is looking for a pass over to Glinsky, and it's off the stick of Glinsky, and now Hogarth loses his stick at center. Rockets down a stick out there on the penalty kill inside their own zone. Look good to the opposite side, coming in, a shot on. That one was blocked out front, and it's going to be cleared back out to center, and the Rockets will get a replacement onto the ice. Here come the Maroons inside the zone. 45 seconds to go on the man advantage for Chatham. Smith looking to clear, up to the point for LeGood. Now Brown has it. Brown hands it off. Left side shot on. That one stopped way up in the air as it bounces, and now into the corner for Clark again. Here comes Clark on his forehand. Out to the point. Looking. Brown shot. That one stopped by Nixon into the corner. Looking for a quick turnaround here are the Maroons. Up to the point. LeGood to Clark. Clark walking in, and that one stopped by Nixon as he flashes the leather.
And I can tell you right now, Nixon's heart stopped on that one shot there. Guy was right on the hash mark there, wide open shot. He could have danced around in a telephone for a good 30 seconds there on that chance. And like I said, Nixon's heart stops guaranteed on that one, because that's one thing you never want to see as a goalie.
Up to the point, Wheelie. Now he hands it off to the opposite side, looking out front into the slot. Hull's going to rim that one around the boards. Takes a funny hop, but is kept in by Welch. Back down low for Habib. Habib now battling behind the Strathroy net. Onto the ice here is Piercy as the Rockets come back to even strength, but the clearing attempt is out of play.
And that one almost hit the coaching staff there, and it actually hit the glass and came right back onto the ice. It was shot that hard and that quick at the bench. As they're looking for the puck now, are the linesmen not realizing of where it went and how quick it came back on.
Defensive zone faceoff, one back by Piercy. Now the Rockets look to try and clear. Whaley kept in at the point. He'll dump it back down low. Behind the Strathroy net here, trying to pick the puck up. It'll be Piercy. His pass out of the reach of everyone up to the point, and now they're going to get it back. Piercy trying to poke it forward. Miscommunication. Hibbert's going to turn it over and dump it inside the Strathroy zone. Back behind the Rockets net. It's Habib in the corner to Dundas. Dundas flips it up to the blue line, but not out. Kept inside, and they're going to say that one was played with a hand pass and blow that one down, bring the face-off outside of the Strathroy zone.
And this is where you'll see a lot of guys get back into the game here after the power play and the penalty kill. You'll see the lines start to come back to normal, kind of calm them down, get them back to what they are originally planned as for Coach Jason Wilms.
Quick play to get the puck up to center. Takes a funny hop off the boards, and the Maroons will retake control of the puck. Dumped inside the Strathroy zone. Now off to the right of Nixon, looking for a pass out is Johnson. Gets it up to the line, kept in by the Maroons. Into the corner, here comes Graham. Graham centering pass, no one there to pick it up. Dumped back in by Spence. Now behind the Rockets net here, the Maroons in possession once again, up to the point for Spence. Spence a shot on, that one stopped by the blocker of Nixon. Pimento just going to play that one up and down the ice, and he'll get it all the way into the Chatham zone. No icing on the play. Looking for it. Out front, it comes right on Dobrik, and he's going to have to cover up there as that one got on him quickly. With 10:41 to go here in the opening period, still no score.
No score, but a lot of chances both ways. Chaz Nixon so far has been the better and the busier of the two goalies. See if the Rockets can get a few chances here on Dobrik with the top line of Ballas, Faulkner, and Wood coming out for the draw.
One back up to the point, but no one there to pick it up for Strathroy as Habib has to take it back to center. Quick pass over to Wood and off the stick of Wood. Now long pass sent down the ice, and it'll be an icing this time against Chatham.
And it'll be back all the way. Tough one there for Wood. It went off. It looked like the heel of his stick right against the boards there. Would have been an easy turn and go if it had been a clean pass reception, but unfortunately it went right off the heel of his stick onto the Maroons. Either way, they're back in their own zone, and it'll be a face-off to the left of the goaltender.
Up to the point for Habib. Looking to the opposite side. Smith will dump it down low. Faulkner and Wood battling, trying to get it back. Looking for a shot on. That one stopped by Dobrik. Now it's held on to. Hit against the wall. Keeps the puck inside the Chatham zone. Rockets looking to try and force a turnover. Now cutting to the net. Looking for it. Shot on. That one stopped. Faulkner had a chance point blank. Stopped by Dobrik. Now Faulkner works it out. Wood looking. Shot, scores! Riley Wood on the pass from Faulkner, and the Rockets lead 1-0.
Great shot by Riley Wood there. Faulkner had the chance earlier. There was two Rockets standing in front of Dobrik, which blew my mind as they were able to get behind the defenseman. It went back into the corner, was turned around in front, right onto Riley Wood's stick there, and he snapped it over the blocker side of Dobrik to give these Rockets a 1-0 lead, which is critical when you look at the stats against these two teams.
Maroons will break it inside the Strathroy zone now. Back behind the net of Nixon. It's going to be carried up by Hall. Hall getting it to center, losing it slightly, trying to battle and get it back from LeGood. Now Fancy coming through the middle, hit by Johnson. Looking for a quick pass here. Fancy picks that one off. Now LeGood poked off his stick. Here comes Hogarth. Up through the middle, Hogarth to center. He'll dump it in. Dobrik will play it off to the side for Zabo. Now the Maroons from their own zone. Hit by Kilby, jars the puck loose. Coming through the middle is Fancy. Fancy looking for a shot. Will throw it off the end boards, and a little bit of a bounce right out front. Caught Nixon off guard, but he'll cover up.
We've seen these lively boards before work in the Rockets' advantage and opponents' disadvantage. I didn't expect to see the Maroons take advantage of that so quickly into this game. Already 10 minutes in, but that's a great play by the Maroons on that dump in to get a chance right back in front.
Kindry will play it off the glass. It's knocked down by the glove of Glinsky. Now a shot on from Whaley, easily seen by Nixon and covered up. 9:17 to go here in the first. A 1-0 Strathroy lead.
And I expect a really big push here from the Maroons. They've only trailed after the first period 3 times this season. So they're going to want to try and get a goal here before the end of the first period here and make sure they're not trailing heading into the intermission.
Back for LeGood. Hands it off to Spence now, and Spence, a quick pass is going to be dumped in off the stick of Glinsky. Glinsky, first one to the puck down low, but he's tied up against the wall by Kindry. Rockets trying to take advantage here. Up to Spence. Spence back down low. Holding on to it. Centering pass. Knocked away by Smith. Now up to the point. Spence, another one. Shot on. That one wide of the goal. Hit against the wall as that one's going to go out of play. The face-off will be inside the Strathroy zone off to the right of Chaz Nixon. The goal from Strathroy. Riley Wood, Faulkner, and Ballas picking up the assists for the home team. That first line with Faulkner subbed in there with Perry out tonight.
I said right off the bat it was going to go to Faulkner's leg. That's his 5th point on the season already, and we're only 10 minutes into this game.
12th goal of the season for Wood. And now Ballas in a foot race for it. Ballas trying to bring it in on the left side. Holds on to it. Pass knocked away, and now it'll be dumped forward. And now here comes the Maroons back looking for a pass. That one knocked away by Habib. Into the corner with it. Holding on up to the point. Now he looks back down low. Simons tied up against the wall here. Habib trying to knock it loose, and now it's onto the stick of Welch. Welch hands it off down low. Centering pass. That one stopped by Nixon. Up to the point here is the bouncing puck kept in by the Maroons to Hibbert. Hibbert a shot. He scores. Nixon might want that one back, but the Maroons tie the game right back at 1.
Hibbert's third of the season, 6 point for the Maroons player there as they get right back into this. Still time on the board there for the Rockets to take back that goal. And you know the team's going to want to get that one back for Chaz Nixon. He's been key all season so far in his 5 games, I should say, for the Rockets, and you know they're going to want to reward him and get that back, as he doesn't like that one.
Dumped into the Strathroy zone here. Now the Maroons will chase. Looking for a pass out front, couldn't find it. Paranuzzi trying to knock it away here for the Maroons, and now picking it up. It'll go up to the point here, picked up by Kindry. Kindry, a little bit of a chip pass. Gallant couldn't pick it up, but it's kept in at the line by Piercy. Now Piercy cutting to the middle. A backhand chance will go off the stick, and it'll go out of play over top of the glass behind Dobrik.
And it's Hibbert from Zabados and Welch. The St. Thomas native, like I said, gets his third of the season. You know he's going to have family here watching, so that one means a little bit more to him, only being a little bit out of his hometown here in Strathroy.
7:34 to go. Face off to the right of Dobrik. One back by the Maroons here. Clark with it. It's going to set up behind the Chatham net. And now he gets set to come up ice. To center. Dumped in by Paranuzzi. Back behind the net here. It's going to be Nixon playing it. Around the wall to Dundas. Knocked away here. Trying to hold on to it. Knocked forward. Down the ice. No icing and a foot race for it. Dundas is going to be the first one back down low, but out of the net to play it is Dobrik. Up into the middle here. Gallant trying to battle to get the puck away for Strathroy. And the Maroons are going to win this one. Clark over to his D partner, looking for a long pass, and now they're going to break in. Looking for it. Paranuzzi into the slot. Stopped by Nixon. Big rebound comes out, and the Rockets will look to clear as Piercy has it. Piercy up to the point. Dundas chips that one over to Gallant, and now Gallant forward here as the Rockets work into the offensive zone. Gallant looking shot on, and that one right into the logo of Dobrik.
And that's one thing the GOJHL has an advantage over the predecessor of the OHL, or the higher level of the OHL, I should say, is they don't have the trapezoid here. So a goalie can come out and make that play on any play or any puck that's behind the zone. And that's what Dobrik did there to negate the foot race and avoid the chance for the Rockets there.
Face off, one up to the point for Kindry. Hands it off. Johnson shot on. That one tipped over top of the net. Now battling in the corner. Smith, it comes up to the point here. Hewitt to the opposite side. No one there to pick it up. It'll be sent down to center. Kindry over to Hewitt. Now Hewitt at his own blue line. Looking up through the middle. Hibbert is going to intercept this one. Now back inside the Chatham zone. Spence gets the return pass here at his own blue line. Looking up through the middle. With it, Johnson knocked away again. 6 minutes to go here in period number 1. Score tied at 1. Getting to center and dumping that one in. Now back behind the Maroons net. Out of the net, trying to get a shot on goal. Banging away at it. Chance out front, and they couldn't get a shot off. Now Kindry, another one. Stopped by Dobrik. And they're going to blow it down here with the net, I believe, coming off behind Dobrik.
And that's a tough break for the Rockets, as Dobrik was flopping around like a fish out of water as the puck had been turned over by Dobrik behind the net and just lost complete know-abouts of where the net is. And like I said, I think he caught a break there as the puck had come back to the point, and there was no way he was seeing that puck if it was coming on net. So a tough break for the Rockets. See if they can get back and get a few more chances like that on net.
Now the Maroons will work forward here. A long dump in goes to the corner. LeGood trying to chase that one down. Clearing attempt will go off the official and be kept inside the Strathroy zone. Now Habib into the legs of Fancy. Fancy with it in the corner. Now holding on to it. Up against the wall down low. Trying to get that one loose. Glinski up to Whaley at the point. Whaley, long point shot. That one well wide. Now the opposite side. Kilby trying to knock it away from Fancy. Up to the point. Shot on, and seeing that one is Nixon as he covers up and makes the save.
Right through all the legs and everything like that. Nixon still able to hold on to that one. As we see a little chit-chat between the Maroons and Kilby, of course. 6th game for Kilby, and you know he's going to try and make his presence known really well for the Maroons here and get under their skin. That's what he was brought in to do, is be a pest and be able to throw the physicality around. So we'll see if he can manage a little bit more on that tonight.
Off the draw, Hall with it. Back down low for Smith inside the Strathroy zone here. Smith using the net as a shield, works his way out to the corner. Now Faulkner sending that one back down into the Chatham zone. It will be chased down by Clark. Clark goes behind the net to the opposite side. Now the Maroons, a nice pass to chip that one up, and now Cunningham will bring it forward. Cunningham, pass to the right side. Fraley had that one knocked away from him up to the point where it's kept in by Clark. Now the Rockets will flip that one up, and it's going to be a foot race forward as Ballas coming in on McKim. Off to the side, arm comes up here, and a penalty on the way is going to be a hooking call, and a power play on the way for Strathroy.
Yeah, it's going to be a hook to Ryan McKim on the call. Ryan McKim on the call there, and he is not happy about it by any means. The referee was trailing the play, unfortunately, but even from here you could see he had himself all hooked in on the chance there and negated the opportunity for the Rockets to get retrieve the puck there behind the goaltender.
So the Rockets work on the power play here. It's Ballas down low, looking to Faulkner. Now back to Ballas, has it at the hash marks. Kindry. Ballas shot. That one's going to go off a stick and out of play.
That one almost cleared all of the rafters here. Instead, it's just underneath, and it came back into play, though. Face-off to Dobrik's right here with 1:46, 15 seconds gone in that power play.
Nice play. They kick the puck up to the point here. Kindry, now Smith, a shot on. That one stopped by Dobrik through traffic. Welch going to spin and fire, and it's going to be tipped on by Simons into the Strathroy zone. Riley Wood back to get it for the Rockets. Back behind the net here. Wood is going to get helped out by Smith. Now Smith up through the circles to center. Dumping that one down off the stick of Wood inside the Chatham zone. Now around the boards. It goes up to Kindry at the point. Kindry looking to get the return pass. He will. Keeps it in over to Faulkner. Faulkner looking for a pass through the middle. That one's going to be intercepted and sent down the ice here. The Maroons will get a change.
And Faulkner on that first power play unit there, getting the chances that Carson Perry normally would be on there, and he's taking it as much advantage as he can with the chances that he's getting, with the shots as well.
Dumped in by Wood, but no one there to pick it up for Strathroy, and it'll be sent right into the Rockets bench. And I think just narrowly missing head coach Jason Williams.
He was down talking with Faulkner, actually, and Spezial doing his best Nixon impersonation, putting the glove out and catching it before it hit Coach Jason Williams on the head there. That's tough as a coach when there's only two of them on the ice or on the bench too.
Face-off wasn't done to the liking of the linesman there, and they'll have to redo it off to the left side of Dobrik.
Things are getting a little chippier between the wingers on each and every face-off that we've had so far.
Off the draw, kicked up, and it'll find its way out and all the way back into the Strathroy zone. Fancy and now Glinski. Man, they are right on the Rockets here on the forecheck on this penalty kill, and it's making the Rockets make mistakes. Dumped in by Fancy here. He'll be right on Hall as he plays it back in the corner. Now Johnson to the middle for Piercy. Piercy lost it again, and it's going to be dumped back inside the Strathroy zone.
A 12th ranked penalty kill in the league right now, and we can see why. They are on you as quick as you get that puck on your stick and making sure you don't have any chance to get it further into the zone.
Holding on to it. Now Gallant a shot on. That one stopped by Dobrik to Piercy down low. Piercy now to Gallant to the opposite side. Looking for the point pass and no one there. All the way back into the Strathroy zone. Back to even strength here as the power play gets nothing for Strathroy. Now off to the right side. Dundas tied up against the wall here. Maroons inside the Strathroy zone. A nice poke forward by Dundas, and here he comes with Gallant. Pass to Gallant. Gallant a shot. That one stopped by Dobrik. Now a pass out front. This one comes all the way up to the point. Habib a shot on. That one stopped, and Dobrik covers up here, and this will draw a scrum out front of the Maroons goaltender.
What a play there by Gallant, who has been really active in the play the last 2 nights here, as he had a couple chances last night in St. Mary's and a great shot there on the 2-on-1 there. And it looked like he almost beat Dobrik, but he was able to squeeze it, so he wasn't able to get it all the way past as it squeaked through and just wide of the net. You know he's going to want that shot next time and put a little more juice behind it to beat him completely.
Into the corner, and now up to the point where it's kept in by Habib. The Maroons will take control coming up to center. Back for Welch. Welch to Clark as the Maroons defenseman looks for a pass up through the middle. He'll get it out, and now Kilby will bring it into the Chatham zone. Knocked off his stick. Here comes Welch again the other way. Pass to Hibbert. Hibbert into the corner. Nice play by Kindry to get away from danger as he clears it up to the line, but not out. Now looking to pick it up, Spezial. Knocked away at the blue line here. Nice play off the boards. It's Spezial, Hogarth, and Hogarth going to dump it in. Minute 15 to go here in the opening period. A 1-1 score. In the corner, up to the point now. Kept in at the line, but not for long here. And back the other way come the Maroons. Welch looking for a pass to the middle. That one knocked away. Now Welch back out front, and it's just going to be thrown on goal where it'll be covered up. And now a cross-checking call on the way here, and I believe it's going to go to Kindry.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's Kindry going to the box for the cross-check. The referee's trying to keep control of the game for sure and bring down the chippiness. But a really, really weak call in my opinion on that one, as the Rockets will go back to the penalty kill. They were able to kill the first one off, but the second one, you don't want to give these Maroons too many chances by any means.
Off to the left of Nixon is the face-off, and quickly it's going to be cleared, but it'll go off the netting and into the Rockets bench. 59.2 to go here in period number 1. The Maroons to the power play with a 1-1 score in this game. Off the draw. Trying to take control as the Rockets will get it out, at least the center here. Arnuzzi over to Spence, and Spence will bring it in. It's Spence on the right side. Now cuts behind the net here, holds on to it on his forehand. Still holding on to the puck. Up to the blue line, as that's where he's going to stop. Paranuzzi over to Fancy. Fancy to the net. That one stopped by the pad of Nixon. Habib will pick it up into the corner. Now he'll clear on the backhand all the way down the ice.
That almost went off Habib's thigh there and in behind Nixon. Thankfully, he was standing just high enough off the crease, though.
And a pass by Welch back to Spence is going to be out of his reach. Maroons down to just a dozen seconds to go here in the first, and one more chance to come up ice quickly. Spence, quick pass over to Fancy. Fancy steps in. That shot will go off the stick of Smith and out of play with 3 seconds to go in the period.
Great play by Smith there to stick the stick in front of the big clapper there in front to deflect the puck out before it even got to Nixon. With only 3 seconds left, that would be a killing goal there.
And the face-off will go, and the horn will expire the first period of play with the Maroons and Rockets tied at 1. Both teams getting on the scoreboard here in the first period. The Maroons will have 58 seconds on the power play when we come back for the second. But overall, a well-played first period. Jazz Nixon keeping this one close for the Rockets.
Yeah, he made that big save there at the 14-minute mark that really set the tone of this game there early when they were on the power play too, which really was big. And so if you let a shorthanded goal, that's going to hurt your momentum and any chance you have of gaining anything going forward. So far, though, with a 1-1 contest against the third-place team, you really can't be upset about that. You've been in this game for a while. Less shots, yes, but you've had the opportunities, especially Faulkner. Faulkner and Gallant have had a lot of chances here in this game.
The shots on goal total through the first 20 minutes of play in this game, the Maroons 14, the Rockets 13. So lots of shots on goal in this opening period of play. The Rockets got on the board 9:51 into the game when Riley Wood found the back of the net on a pass from Caden Faulkner. Brandon Ballas also picking up an assist for Strathroy. Brett Hibbert got the Maroons back into the game just 2 minutes later. Assist to Noah Zabo and Cameron Welch have this game tied at 1. And as mentioned, a 58-second power play for Chatham when we come back in the second period. The out-of-town scoreboard. A few other games going on around the GOJHL tonight. We're the only game in the Western Conference. Niagara Falls is in Caledonia. Caledonia leading 1-0. Hamilton in Fort Erie. That game tied at 0. Fort Erie leading 1-0 now. And then over in Cambridge, the Caledon Bombers trailing 6-0 to the Redhawks about midway through the second period of play. Here in Strathroy, it's a 1-1 hockey game through the first 20 minutes of play. We'll go ahead and we'll take a break. Second period coming up here from the West Middlesex Memorial Center. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey.
The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets Hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial, located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca. Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca. MNP Accounting, Consulting, and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy. The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! To the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, we welcome you back inside the West Middlesex Memorial Center here in Strathroy as we get set for period number 2. It is a 1-1 score through 20 minutes of play as the Rockets and the Maroons both tallying one goal in that opening period. It was Riley Wood for the Rockets getting the home team out in front first, but the Maroons quickly battling back. They got that tying goal, and now they have 58 seconds to start on the power play here in the second period.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how both teams react. For the Rockets, when being tied after the first period, they're 1-1-0-2. So they're not really in this situation a lot. 4 times, that's not a lot. When you look at the Maroons, they're in it less. They're only in it 3 times, 1-0-0-2. So they, when they're trailing or they're tied after the first period, it's going the distance and plus. So we'll see how these two teams react coming out of the intermission. Who's hungrier? The Rockets are going to be down a player to start the period here on the penalty kill. Hopefully we saw it happen last night in St. Mary's where it kind of interrupted the power play and the opponent wasn't able to take advantage of it. So we'll see what happens here on this attempt.
Owen Kindry in the box to serve a cross-checking call, and that he will be in for 58 seconds to start this second period of play. A call that you don't see made, I think, in a game that isn't chippy, but the way that first period was going, the direction it was heading, that's a move that the officials are going to make 9 times out of 10 to control the game.
Yep.
Say, hey, I'm not going to tolerate this after every whistle. I'm going to take you to the box. Hopefully you guys figure it out in the second, and we're done with this stuff after the whistle.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I could than how you did. You see it a lot. Usually, we're going to take both guys. Now we're going to take one. That both guy mentality was skipped in this game. We're just going to take one right away and slow the chippiness down, and hopefully it stops right away.
So the Rockets and Maroons will battle out here in the second period, and as mentioned, the Rockets will be starting shorthanded, and they'll see if they can kill off that penalty to Kindry, get him back out onto the ice, and get themselves back into some good positions to make this hockey game one that they can win. Chaz Nixon has been playing well so far tonight for Strathroy. He's had a number of saves in that opening period that has kept this at the 1-1 score. It's time for this offense to get going. Besides that 7-1 outburst in St. Mary's a few weeks ago, we haven't seen this Rockets team really put up a lot of scoring, and I don't think they're going to be a team that scores a lot of goals. But, man, against a tough Maroons team like this, you're going to need to probably put up at least 3 or 4 to find yourself winning this hockey game.
Yeah, you look at Dobric's numbers, he's 245 or 2.47. So you're looking, 2.5 goals per game that he's allowing. I don't expect there to be many more on the board when you're facing him. Now you look at Nixon's numbers, though, he's at 1.7. That gives me a little bit more hope looking at those numbers going into the rest of this game. Thing is, though, is the Rockets are missing Perry. That's a killer. He's a point getter for this team, and he's someone that sets up the goals a lot of the time. So it's a catch-22 almost here. You've got a really good goalie that hasn't allowed a lot in your net, but you're missing one of your top point getters for the team. See how they react going forward. Hopefully they can get a goal here early on and get themselves.
So the officials and the Maroons out to the ice here. The Rockets to join us shortly as we get set for period number 2. Maroons with their number 1 power play unit out there to finish off the 58 seconds they have left on the man advantage. Dolbrick in the net off to our right, and Chaz Nixon will shortly make his way over to the net to our left. Rockets from left to right, Maroons from right to left here for period number 2 in Strathroy.
And it'll be interesting to see how the lineups go about here if they keep the same that they're going. We saw Kindry do well in replace of Carson Perry. But the thing is, though, is can he do that all night, or is he going to need time, another boost here? He got a lot of chances on that first period, him on that top line. So we'll see what happens here going forward, and especially to start the period on the penalty kill.
Rockets are 2-3-2 in the month of November. They'd love to end it on a winning note. Before things move into the month of December, and the Rockets will hit the road to London this Wednesday.
Looks like we just got a gate delay here as the Rockets gate wasn't closing properly.
And now we are ready for period number 2. Face off at center, one back by the Maroons. They'll take control here and get ready to come up ice on the power play to start this second period. Back behind the Chatham net. Now a long pass up to center. Now picking it up onto the stick of Brown. Brown looking for a shot. That one stopped by Nixon. Big rebound comes out. Kept in by the Maroons. Off to the side here. Looking for a pass. That one goes off a stick and all the way back out to the Chatham zone. 30 seconds to go in the man advantage. Here comes LeGood. Up the left side. Steps inside the blue line. Looks for a pass over to Glinski. Glinski hands it off, and now the return pass all the way over to LeGood. LeGood into the shins of Hogarth, who's slow to get back up to his feet as he limps his way back inside the Strathroy zone. Now a shot on. That one blocked away by Nixon. Off to the side. 4 seconds to go on the man advantage. Right side, looking, shot, stopped by Nixon. Rebound off to the side. Rockets are back to even strength as onto the ice is Kindry. Glinski shot into the shin pads of Spezial. Back down low here. Still holding on to it as Glinski picks it up, looks for a pass to the middle. It'll be picked off by Kindry. Kindry will carry it forward here for Strathroy. Kindry looking for a shot. That one goes off a stick, bounces off the boards, and it's knocked away by Dobrik. Right out front of the Strathroy bench here as the Rockets were getting a line change. Off to the side here. Back behind the Strathroy net. Ty Johnson now from the hash marks. Quick pass up to his brother Kane, and now Kane works his way through the middle. Off to Pimentel on the left side. Pimentel looking, shot on. That one's going to miss. All the way up to the point for Johnson. Into the corner, Pimentel. Trying to walk his way up the boards. The Maroons will take over, and his pass will go off the shin pads of Hibbert, back down below the net. Nice play by Nixon to knock it away. Now up through the middle. This one set down the ice, and it'll go off the stick of Whaley. Back inside the Chatham zone. Here's Whaley. Nice move to get that one away. Holds on to it into the slot, trying to find it. Hewitt tried to cut to the net here, had that one knocked away. Nice play by Whaley, and now Welch will dump it forward. Quickly 2:15 gone to start this second period. On to the stick of Wood. Wood, and they're going to blow that one down, I believe on the offside.
Yeah, I believe that's what it was. It was actually the referee that blew that one down. As we see Hogarth still on the bench laboring after that big block shot on the penalty kill. Up and down, up and down. You can see him. He's moving, trying to work out that buzzer in his shin. That's a big loss if he can't continue, but hopefully the buzzer will slow down and he can continue in this game on his line there.
Inside the Strathroy zone here. Maroons bring it in, back behind the net here. Nice play to knock the puck away by Smith. Opposite side, Faulkner gets past Ballas, dumped back in. Now to center. Ballas now onto the stick of Wood. Wood breaking in on the right side, has a man draped all over him. Arm comes up, penalty on the way. Up to the point for Kindry. Kindry looking to the net. That one's going to be touched up. And the Rockets will head to the power play. A hooking call. 2:51 into the second period.
They're lucky that almost wasn't a penalty shot as Wood was able to get a stretch out on that one. And it'll be back going to the box there. And if you're Nixon, you almost want them to hold on to that puck for an extra second there, as he was only a step away from the bench when that shot was taken. Get the extra man and keep the pressure going there before the power play.
Rockets on the power play here. Ballas' pass is going to be intercepted. He stopped that one. Now Kindry at the point, couldn't hold the line. It's dumped back into the Strathroy zone. Off to the side here as they get ready to work their way up ice. Maroons all over him as they get forward. Wood chips it to Ballas in the corner. Back behind the net for Wood. Holding on to it to the point for Smith. Smith trying to get away from danger, and now it's going to be sent down the ice as the Maroons continue with this treacherous penalty kill. 40 seconds already gone off the penalty kill, and now they're going to force a turnover. In comes Spence. Spence on the right side, shot on, stopped by Nixon. All over the Rockets inside their own zone here, despite being on the penalty kill. Now Ballas can't get out of his own zone before he's got a Maroon on him. Simon's down low in the corner, just trying to tie this puck up down low. Every Rocket down there, 4 against 2, trying to get the puck loose. Now they will. Up to their own blue line here. Wood with it. Circles back. Now he'll come through the middle. Wood into the offensive zone. He's going to lose it off his stick, and it'll be sent down the ice to the Strathroy blue line. Here comes Ty Johnson forward. Knocked off his stick. Rockets went for a line change. Kilby onto the ice. And quickly, this one up to the point. Not out. Knocked down here, and now to the right side, and finally Spence will throw it back down into the Strathroy zone. 25 seconds to go on the man advantage, and this one off to the side of the goal. Having to react quickly was Nixon.
And Hogarth is back out there on the line here, hopefully getting a chance on this power play to get some offense going on a weak power play so far.
Back behind the net for Kilby. Tried to poke it over to Spezial, and it'll be cleared by the Maroons, and that'll do it for the man advantage. Habib back behind the net here, trying to get away from danger. And now a big hit against the wall there as Kilby knocks down his man. Up there, nice play by Fancy. Knocks it to his teammate in Legood. Legood up to the point. Glinsky now. Glinsky shot on, and he scores. Sight-seeing shot by Dylan Glinsky as he beats Nixon, and the Maroons kill off the penalty and strike to make it a 2-1 game.
Yeah, and I don't think Nixon saw that one, and I also think it was tipped on the way in by a Rocket. Maybe it was Spezial that was up by the point. I'm not 100% sure on which one that was, but either way, it looked like it was deflected off a skate and then down back onto the ice as it beat Nixon low on the pad on the right side there.
In the corner down low here inside the Chatham zone. Rockets trying to get that one back. Here's Gallant with it at the top of the circle. Gallant shot on. Through traffic, was blocked. It didn't make it to the net. Now Piercy across the line. Leaves it for Hall. Hall looking for a shot to the net. That one was redirected. The Maroons will take it, and they'll clear up ice here. Coming through the middle. Knocked off the puck was Dundas. Now Hall over to his D partner in Habib, and Habib looking for a quick outlet pass. That one onto the stick and quickly off the stick of Piercy, and it's going to be dumped out by McKim into the Strathroy bench.
I think the Strathroy bench has got a magnet on it for the puck going at a play tonight. The Maroons goal there, Glinsky from Fancy and Legood as they continue their tirade, and that's Glinsky's, I believe that's his 20th goal of the season, or no, sorry, that's his 6th goal of the season here as I get my numbers changed up here. But his 6th of the season continues his rookie pace here.
Off to the shot, scores! Brandon Ballas from the point, and we are back tied at 2.
Wow, what a shot by Ballas there. Looked like a harmless play, but it beat the goaltender from the post, the crossbar, and into the back of the net. What a shot by Ballas.
So the Maroons respond in the first to tie it at 1. They take the lead in the second, and the Rockets quick to respond. We are tied at 2. Back inside the Chatham zone here. Now trying to force a turnover as Riley Wood got that one away. At the blue line, past the Ballas who breaks in on the left side. Ballas drop, Wood shot, that one stopped by Dobrik, goes into the corner. Trying to get it away here. A battle ensues. And now Brown will carry it out. Brown's pass just out of the reach of Whaley, and now poking away, trying to get this one through is Wood. Down low to get it. Dobrik plays it around the wall up to the point. Faulkner kept in by Smith. Flip down low. It'll be in the corner for Riley Wood. Wood Nice play to get away from the hit from Whaley. Now the Maroons up to the point, kept in. Smith again. Faulkner gloved that one down to his stick before he's knocked off the puck, and the Maroons come the other way. In on the right side, pass into the slot, trying to get that one away, and it's going to be turned over, and Kane Johnson will come back up ice. On the left side, Johnson tries to cut to the middle, lost that puck, but he made a good move to get to the net. In the corner here, trying to battle and get the puck away is Whaley. Now Zabo trying to pin him against the wall. It's Johnson down low with Pimentel here for Strathroy. And now a big hit right out front of the official there, and the Rockets bench loves that one. Spence cleared off the glass and out, and it'll be quickly dumped back in by the Rockets.
Physicality's picked up here by the Rockets in this second period for sure.
And nice play to poke it past as Hewitt brings it on the right side. Hewitt looking out front. Nice defensive play to knock that one away. Spence moves it up ice, and now the Maroons inside the Strathroy zone. A turnover. Here comes Habib. Habib with Pimentel. Nice play. Gets it over to Pimentel, but Pimentel couldn't kick it up to his stick. Here comes Chatham. Simons on the right side. Knocked off his stick. It goes back out to center. Just about 8 minutes gone here to start this second period. Now back behind the net. Against the net there, and trying to knock it off with Spezial. Into the skates there. Kilby trying to lift his stick and get it back. Hibbert was right on it. Kindry bounce pass off the boards. Now dump forward. Welch to the right side for Hibbert. Hibbert back down low. It's Welch looking out front. That pass goes off his stick. Clark steps into one. That one's going to go wide. Hibbert again in the corner. Now Welch. No help down low, and it's going to be Hall to take it over for Strathroy. Over to Kindry on the opposite side. Kindry to Spezial, and they'll clear all the way back out to center. Kilby trying to go and pass it back behind the defender, but the Maroons take control as Fancy tried to bring it in, but he was met by the body check and the shoulder as he entered the zone. Back behind the net, brings it out front. That one stopped by Nixon on the wraparound attempt. Big rebound came out, but the Rockets will take control as they bring it up ice. Now turned over. Fancy trying to go over to Glinski. Glinski down, and he's slow to get back up. Back to his feet, and he stays on the ice. Spezial through the middle here, and that one goes nowhere as the Maroons have it back inside their own zone.
That second goal's gone to the Rockets' body and feet here.
They're at the line trying to poke it through, and now the Maroons D-to-D. Here's the Rockets are offside. They'll get a change on the play, bringing it forward and dumping that one in. Back behind the Strathroy net here. Smith off to the side. Nice play to poke it past, and it's going to be chased down here by Gallant. Gallant inside the line. Drops to Dundas. Dundas a shot on, and that one gloved by Dobrik to make the save.
Wow. That was a great break there for that long period after that goal. It's all gone to the Rockets' game plan here, right into the feet, right into the speed, and into the body. That goal, Brandon Ballas, and I will say, Caden Faulkner's having himself a game. 4 points coming in. That's his second point of the night as he picked up the second assist on that goal.
Ballas shot right off the draw, trying to emulate his last goal. Now another point shot. Big rebound, bounces out front. Ballas to the net, bounces to the opposite side, and Wood had a chance on the bouncing puck, but the net comes loose behind Dobrik, and it will be blown down by the officials.
That's two tough breaks that the Rockets have had where they've had control of the puck, and the net has come off. We see that so many times here at home for the Rockets with the net coming off the moorings.
Off the draw, Wood. Back down low for Faulkner. Faulkner back behind the net, looking for a centering pass. Gets his own rebound, tries to fire one on, and Dobrik makes the save. Maroons will clear out to center, and Habib has it back at his own line. Over to Ty Johnson, off the boards. Ballas, his pass, trying to find it over to Faulkner, out of his reach. Welch will bring it up through the middle here for Chatham. Inside the Strathroy zone. Rockets will take control. Long pass up to Ballas. Ballas at center, and he'll just dump that one in and chase. Dobrik to play it here for the Maroons into the corner. Rockets take control. It's Wood. Wood holds on to it, looks for it, up to the point, Habib. Habib shot on, and Dobrik sees that one to make the save with the glove. And, of course, the crowd draws out front. And another penalty on the way. It'll be a cross-check, and we'll see who it's against.
I believe it's
and
Welch
I think it's going to be the Maroons this time.
Yeah, we talked about it just coming back. They're tired of this. The referees are tired of this chippiness after the whistle, so they're going to start taking one, and that extra, you'll get maybe one shot. That extra shot you're not getting away with, and that's what happened. Welch had the extra shot on Faulkner there in front of the net. He wasn't doing anything. Faulkner was just standing there. He went to the net before the whistle blew, and he just stood there, and Welch decided to take the extra shot on him, and he didn't get away with it this time.
No, and I don't think either that penalty nor Kindry's to end the first period were really deserving of a call, but that's the official's way of trying to keep control of this game, and that's why he's only taken one from each side so far. In the corners, the Rockets work on the power play. Now up to the point. Hall with it. Hall's going to walk across the line to Johnson. Johnson shot on. That one stopped by Dobrik. Rebound. He fires another one on. Puck still loose, and it's blown down by the official who lost sight of it. He was on the far side.
Another one there for the Rockets they were doing a really good job of battling in front of Dobrik as they kept control on the puck, and the puck had squeaked basically where the post is out of the line of sight of the official, and he blew it dead there. Puck was heading towards the back of the net, though.
Back behind the net, here comes McKim, and McKim will clear down the ice as the Maroons get it back down inside the Strathroy zone. 35 seconds off the clock here on the power play. Kane Johnson will bring it forward. Johnson chips it past the defender inside the Chatham zone. Now into the corner for Hewitt. Up to the point for Hall. Hall looking for options to Kane Johnson. Johnson's pass is going to be intercepted and quickly sent right back down the ice. And the Rockets will switch up their power play unit.
Almost would have liked to see Nixon move that puck a little bit quicker as the Maroons went on a change there.
Here comes Wood. In on the right side, Wood lost it, but Ballas chips it back to him in the corner. Now Wood, nice move to get away from danger behind the net in McKim. Holds onto it in his forehand, pass up to the point to Smith. Smith, back to Wood. Wood, looking shot, that one high blocker side, kept inside the zone. Now Ballas chips it back down low, holding onto it Faulkner. Nice spin move. Drop pass to Ballas, up to the point for Kindry. Kindry returns to Ballas. Ballas shot on, big rebound comes out, Smith scores! Cole Smith on the power play picks up the rebound, and the Rockets lead 3-2.
Wide open net there for Cole Smith with the shot there on a rebound shot. Incredible play by the Rockets. They have improved that power play. Even from the first one they had in this period, they were taking okay, we're going to carry it in. Now it's dump and chase, and let's go get it. And we're going to beat you with our speed. That led to that goal. All Rockets on that power play.
Back down inside the Chatham zone. Here's the Maroons. Look to try and set up. Now a turnover. Dundas a shot on. That one stopped. Rebound stopped by Dobrik as well. Up to the point here. Hull trying to play the puck, and a big hit's going to jar it loose here as it's sent down the ice inside the Strathroy zone. Brown trying to knock that one away. Parnuzzi down low as well here for the Maroons. The Rockets will just spin and fire that one down the ice, and it'll be an icing call against the Rockets here.
And the goal, Cole Smith from Brandon Ballas and Riley Wood. Man, those two on the assist, they just keep putting up the points. Ballas with his third point of the night, and Wood with his second, and it continues. That, like I said, that was a well-improved power play. They started the game with a carry it in, then they went to the dump and chase method, and it proves to pay off there. Great move by Coach Jason Williams and the staff.
Now Piercy poked it past, and Gallant was going to be away at the races, but it hit the linesman. Now a bounce pass onto the stick of Gallant. Gallant's going to be in a low backhand. He scores! The breakaway goal, and the Rockets add on. It's 4-2.
He had a lot of chances last night in St. Mary's and had a few breakaways too. Now he's got one, and it squeaked through the 5-hole of Dobrik. Big momentum here for the Rockets. And you know they're going to just keep wanting to pile it on here. And you see a little bit of worrisome as they call a timeout to the Maroons after 2 straight goals.
Chatham going to use their timeout here just past the halfway mark of the second period, as 3 unanswered goals from the Rockets here in the second have given them a 4-2 lead.
And you can hear great things, great job, great everything from Coach Wilms below us here. And it looks like the defense coach is actually, you don't see this a lot in timeouts. He's going down to the goalie. You know, you don't see that a lot in timeouts. It's more just leave the goalie be. We got to fix us here, guys. No, this is, hey, we're calling this timeout. We got to talk to you and the team. You don't see that a lot in timeouts.
So back to center here after the timeouts, and the Rockets take a 4-2 lead. 6:45 to go here in the second. Face-off at center, one back by the Maroons. It's McKim on defense here. They play it up, and Welch carrying it forward. Now the Rockets will knock it up to Spezial. Spezial to try and chip that one past. McKim is right there to play it. Now here come the Maroons through the middle. Knocked away by Smith. Smith, a quick pass up, and it's going to be Kilby. Kilby coming through the middle. He's knocked down. Trying to get it back away. It's Hogarth. Back behind the net here as he's pummeled into the wall. It's kept in at the blue line. Hogarth against the wall, and McKim down low. Back behind the Chatham net. It squeaks out to the other side here, and that's where the Maroons will get some time. They'll get it up to the point, but that's as far as they'll get it. Spezial cutting to the middle here, still holding on to the puck as he cycles it back down low all the way around the boards to Kilby on the opposite side. Kilby now bracing for the hit here as he goes down against the wall and on top of the puck as it's going to be blown down by the official.
So just to catch everyone up, the Cole Smith goal there gave the Rockets the 3-2 lead, and then Tage Gallant there with his goal on the breakaway, assisted by Blake Hall on that, and that's his second of the season so far. Like I said, he's had some great chances the last 2 games in really amplifying his offensive presence here for the Rockets.
Off the draw, Glinsky brought it forward. Now the Maroons break inside the zone. Pass going to be knocked away and flipped into the Chatham bench. As we'll get a whistle. 5:42 to go here in period number 2. A 4-2 Strathroy lead. 3 goals so far in the second period for Strathroy, 1 for Chatham. Face-off off to the left of Chaz Nixon. Now kept in. LaGood. LaGood on the right side works into the corner. Tries to find a centering pass. That one knocked away, and Riley Wood's just going to flip it back into center. Nice play to work it forward. Now Faulkner out front of the Chatham bench. He's going to flip it up into the air. Opposite side over to Ballas. Ballas looking for a pass through the middle here. Faulkner at the blue line. He'll dump it in. This one hits off the official, and the official getting an earful there from the Rockets bench, getting in the way of the pass. Here comes Glinsky on the left side inside the Rocket zone. Glinsky shot. That one well wide. Takes a hop off the boards to Riley Wood. Wood will chip it past and get it back out to center. Now they'll dump it in. Glinsky. The Maroons looking for a line change here. Long pass up to Ballas. Ballas to Wood. Wood breaking in. Wood cuts to the net. Holds on to it. Wood. Oh, and he's stopped by Dobrik. Oh. You could see how tired he was on that rush.
Wood had a great chance there. He made a great move there, pulling the puck back from Dobrik, and he had the post side open, but unfortunately he couldn't pull it back close enough to his body. Instead, the save there. This has been a great turn of events for the Rockets here in this second period. The last 5 minutes of this period here going and moving forward, you can see there you've got all the momentum.
Quick pass up ice. Here come the Maroons. Pass right through the crease. Bounces out the other side. Rockets try to clear. Now along the half wall. Back behind the Strathroy net here. Fraley watches that one get away from him, and now down behind the net here is a Maroons player. And Kindry actually right there to try and help him off the ice. Although I'm not sure he wanted the help from Kindry.
Yeah, and I don't think Kindry was trying to hit him and be malicious about it by any means or throw like a dirty, not even a dirty, a rough hit. But Brody Fraley came in and gave him an extra slash. You could see him. He was trying to help him up.
Yeah, Sculthorpe was slow to get up for the Maroons. Which
I understand. You know, you're not happy about the play. You don't want to see your player get taken out. But you can see he's helping him up. He's trying to be a good sport about it in all means.
Up to the point here. Sculthorpe, his pass going to be knocked away. Rockets trying to clear. It's up to the point, kept in by Zabo. Now down low. Sculthorpe again, looking for a pass out front. That one's going to go off the face screen of Kindry, but kept in by the Maroons. Down low into the corner. Knocked away and finally cleared back out. It'll go all the way back down into the Chatham zone. D-to-D pass. Now that one off the stick, down the ice. Kindry chases it, and it'll be an icing call here against the Maroons, and their bench not happy with that one. I think the argument being that Kindry could have reached it.
Even the trainer's giving it to the linesman there. That's where you've crossed the line there, when your trainer's starting to give it to the linesman. But Kilby there giving it to the player as they tried to get back into the zone there before that icing, just making sure that he knew his teammates were coming for that puck.
Face-off won by the Maroons, back behind the Chatham net now. Clears up to center. Backhand pass, and now picking it up, coming through the middle, Zabo on the left side. Now down low, Habib, Dundas. They try to work it out onto the stick of Piercy. Piercy works it forward on the right side. Now Piercy trying to cut to the net. Backhand through, and that one just wide of the goal off the stick of Gallant. Piercy on the left side to Gallant down low. Now he's back behind the net, goes to the opposite side for Dundas. Dundas, his pass off a stick and back out to center where Ty Johnson is to pick it up for the Rockets and dump it back in on the backhand. Into the corner, this one off to the side, now behind the net. Here come the Maroons up ice. Long pass onto the stick of Brown. Brown works his way into the offensive zone, cuts to the middle, shot, that one blocked. Gallant will pick it up, and now the Rockets come back the other way. Gallant on the left side, cuts through, shot on, that one goes off the glove, and I believe out of play. No, they're going to keep the play alive here. Gallant with it. In the corner, lost it. Now the Maroons work up through the middle here. It's Graham on the right side and offside at the line as the stick handle had the puck come loose, and he puts himself offside. 2:45 to go here in the second.
And the Maroons, they've made a change to their game plan here already, as they've started to, when they can see they're getting possession of the puck, they're throwing a winger all the way back in behind the defense, trying to stretch the ice for the Maroons and get in behind the Rockets' defense to get a chance.
Simon's on the left side here for Chatham. Back behind the net, still holds on to it. Finally knocked off his stick, Spezial, but it's kept in at the point, shot on, and Nixon getting it back into the action there, makes the save from the point shot.
I think that's his first shot, or first save he's had to really make in probably a good 3-4 minutes against these Maroons, as all the momentum has gone into the Rockets' hands here after the two quick goals.
Now Hull behind the Strathroy net trying to clear. He gets it out to center, where it's going to be picked up by the Maroons captain Welch and quickly handed off. Now Hibbert at center. Hibbert dumped into the zone. Hull there to play it for the Rockets. Kilby in to help him out. This one's going to be cleared up to the line and not out. Now Hibbert looking. Hibbert shot. That one goes off a stick and over top of the net. Simon's back down low. Now holding on to it. Odd angle. Shot thrown on. And Welch got a lot on that one, but it's stopped by Nixon.
Yeah, and that's their second shot of the game since about the 8-minute mark of this period, which is really good. 2 shots in 6 minutes. That's going to almost make a goalie cold down in their end. Either way, the Rockets are doing a really good job here, and the Maroons trying to get a late change. Once again, that's about the second, third time the referees had to step in here to force them back on their bench as they're trying to get a line shift matched.
Into the corner for Ty Johnson now battling his Faulkner to get that one away from back behind the net. It's going to be cleared off the glass and now picked up at center by Riley Wood. Now Wood in across the blue line here. The lone rocket in so far. Off to the side, Whaley a nice play, and now they're going to bring it forward here. LeGood at center. LeGood will dump that one past, and Ty Johnson will have to go get it inside the Strathroy zone. Maroons getting that line change finished up here and onto the ice. Back to defense. Zabo off into the corner. Whaley back to Zabo, and now they'll sit behind the Chatham net here. 1:25 to go in the second period. A 4-2 Strathroy lead. Ballas chipping that one past, trying to get the return over to Wood. Now Wood running into some trouble there. It's up to the blue line. Shot to the net. That one wide of the goal. Bounces up to Johnson, who's now into the corner. Ty Johnson back behind the net here, looking for a pass out front. LeGood's going to pick it up, and he'll come forward here for the Maroons. Gets to center, coming in across the line there. Maroons stay onside, looking for a pass. Whaley, one-time shot. That one just wide as it was redirected out front of Nixon. Now an odd angle shot. That one's going to go off the mask of Nixon. And a long-distance shot fired in from Whaley. But that one easily seen by Nixon, who gloves it down and makes the save.
Oh, and that one hurts. That one off the side of Nixon's head and went onto the stick. And you can see he's feeling around to make sure everything's still intact with all the pieces of the helmet. Those goalie helmets definitely have saved a bunch of heads in all leagues. I know when I was playing, those would hurt still, and they've even made changes to this date about the foaming and everything, but they still hurt.
Up to center, turned over here. It's going to be dumped in by Hogarth inside of the Chatham zone. 35 seconds to go in the period here. Maroons looking to set up and try to come up ice. One big rush at the blue line. Passed over. Welch will pick it up, and Welch will dump it into the corner now. It's Hull with it. Hull trying to get away from danger. Sculthorpe looking for a pass up to the point. Spence, point shot. That one blocked. It goes into the corner. 14 seconds to go in the period. Now down low. Welch trying to dig it out from the scrum. He takes a hit. 7 seconds to go. Up to the point. Out of the reach and down the ice. And that'll do it for the second period of play as the horn goes. And the Rockets will head to the intermission here after 40 minutes of play, up by a score of 4-2 after probably one of the best second periods of the season.
Yeah, that was a great second period. Two beautiful goals in that period. They outshot the Maroons 12-10, which they don't do often, but when they do, they are able to capitalize, and they definitely did in that period.
Shots on goal, 12-2, as you mentioned there, Matt, in that second period. A two-period total of 25-24 in favor of Strathroy. The scoring summary in the second, it was all started by Dylan Glinski for the Chatham Maroons. He got the Maroons a 2-1 lead, but the Rockets responded very quickly, just 41 seconds later, off the stick of Brandon Ballas. Caden Faulkner picking up an assist on that one, and then responded with a power play goal from Cole Smith to regain the lead, and Tage Gallant picked up another goal for himself to make it a 4-2 hockey game, and that's where we sit so far after two periods of play, and the Rockets will have to come back out for the third and see if they can hold on to it for 2 big points on home ice.
That'd be huge. 2 back-to-back wins at home, and they have added an assist to Dylan Dundas on that third goal there as well. Like I said, this is huge if you can get this. When leading after the second period, they're 4-2, 2-1. That's a good record. You want to keep that going. This is bigger than that, though. When you can beat a top team like that, you almost scrap that and say, hey, you know what? We gotta play exactly the way we did in that second and put up another 3 goals.
We'll see how they come back out when the third period comes around. Right now, it's a 4-2 Strathroy lead after 40 minutes of play. We'll go ahead. We'll take the break. Third period coming up from Strathroy. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey here on the Strathroy Rockets YouTube page. The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets Hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial,
located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy, and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca. Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca. MNP Accounting, Consulting and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy. The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! Left to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, buckle up, Rockets fans, for the second straight night. We've got an exciting finish for you here as we get set for the third period at the West Middlesex Memorial Center. 4-2, the Rockets lead here as we head to period number 3 after probably their best second period of the season. You can talk about how well the Rockets have been playing down the stretch, how good of hockey they've been playing on defense, but it looks like the offense is starting to turn around here, and that second period might have showed it. 3 goals for the Rockets and taking a 4-2 lead after falling behind 2-1 to a tough Maroons team. They didn't let that happen for long before they moved back into the game and moved back into the lead.
And can I say, without one of their top 2 point getters. Imagine if Carson Perry's in the lineup. You don't know, you could be up 3 or 4 goals here with the amount of offense you put up in that second period. Great period by the Rockets there in the second. They had 14 shots on net in that second period, 12 shots, I should say, crediting the first period there. But 12 shots in that period, that's a good amount. And to come out of that period with 3 goals, that's a good amount, a good ratio with goals to shots for the Rockets.
So a 4-2 lead here heading into the third period of play and looking to try and come away with a win on home ice for the second straight Saturday. The Rockets, as we mentioned before going to the break at that second intermission, when they are leading after 2 periods of play, they are 4-2, 2-1. So all 4 of their wins on the season have come when leading after 2. Unfortunately, there's also 5 times mixed in there where they haven't been able to get the 2 points. So it's going to be a huge third period for them. Early on in the season, they weren't a good third period team. That has changed a little bit. Lots in help to Chaz Dixon being strong in goal, but also they're just starting to figure it out now. They're starting to realize that, especially when we have a lead, we need to play the same style of hockey. We can't play protective because that's when you run into trouble.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, that you got to look at, the Chatham Maroons are 0-3-1 when trailing after 2. That's not something you expect out of a top 3 team in this league, even in this division. And right now they're trailing by 2, not just 1, by 2, heading into the third period. It's going to be a big third period for both teams here. I expect the Rockets to come out all guns blazing and try and get another 1 or 2 right away and make sure that the Maroons can't get themselves back into this by any means.
So back out to the ice here and ready for period number 3. In Strathroy, the Rockets playing on the back half of back-to-back games on the weekend. And looking to see if they can come away with 3 points on the weekend as well for the second straight weekend. That would be quite the way to cap off the month of November, where it looks like they've turned things around in this season a little bit. Still not getting the wins, but keeping games close, battling in games, and who knows, a couple of bounces throughout the course of this season, they could be a little bit higher in the standings, but that's not how hockey works. You got to earn them, and they're trying to earn another 2 points here tonight.
And right about now, I pop my head out there, and it's snowing outside. I don't think we're a better place to be here, either listening to us here on the radio or watching on Hockey TV, or even here in the building for an exciting third period that's going to come before making the drive home. It's going to be a great third period, and we're glad you're here to join us.
20 minutes up on the clock, a 4-2 Rockets lead, and we're set and ready for the third. Underway, here's the Maroons take control to start this third period. Whaley up from his own line. He'll dump it from center right on goal, and Nixon going to cover that one up, not wasting any time. Face-off coming inside the Strathroy zone just 10 seconds into this third.
Yeah, and that's a new rule. Anything past the red line, you're not able to make a change on in the league, so a different play there that a lot of teams aren't used to, but teams can take advantage of a lot of in those opportunities.
Tied up off the draw into the corner. Smith trying to play that one around. Welch intercepts the pass. Now back behind the net, trying to walk out. Shot on. Nixon makes the save. Holding on to it. Another chance. This one fired off the side of the goal. Nixon might have got a piece of it as well. Smith trying to exit the other side. Runs into some trouble. Up to the point here, Whaley. Whaley looking for an option. That one going to go off a stick and out of play. And I think it's going to go off the stick of a Rocket, keep the face-off inside.
The Maroons have had the pressure here to start. Only 40 seconds into the period here, but still they have the pressure right away, and not something you want to have if you are the Rockets. You want to have control of this game and the puck on your stick.
Cleared out of the Strathroy zone and back to Dobrik, who plays it. Plays it around the boards. Now Spezial trying to knock that one away here for Strathroy. In the corner. Tripped up a little bit coming off the boards there. The Maroons looking to work out of the zone here, and they'll get to center. On to the stick of Fancy. Fancy in across the line. Drops it to LeGood. LeGood had that one poked away. Fancy trying to bring it out front. That one stopped by Nixon. Point blank shot out front, and Nixon right there to shut the door.
Another big save there by Nixon in this third period.
Through the middle of the ice. Pass was intercepted by Spezial. Now he circles back at the Rockets' blue line. Makes his way up ice onto the stick of Kilby. Kilby looking. Shot on. That one stopped. Dobrik made the save, and now a clearing attempt is going to be up into the netting out of play. As Glinski and Kilby playing the body against the wall.
And both of them know that it was a good hit. Both of them walk away, not with a smile, but at least, tapping each other on the shin pads and saying, good hit, I'll get you next time you're in that position myself.
Face-off off to Dobrik's right. Face-off won by the Maroons. They'll clear. This one bounced off the boards, gets it up, and now carrying it inside the offensive zone. Now down low, off the wall. Smith getting it up to Dundas, just out of his reach before it's dumped back in. This one off the back of the legs of the official. Into the corner. Trying to move the puck out are the Maroons. Back behind the net here, holding on to it. This one squirts out, and now going to be chased down by Gallant. Dundas will dump it in on the backhand. Out of his net to play it there is Dobrik. Now to the corner. Gallant getting away from danger. Got Piercy down low as well. That's where the Rockets want to try and keep it down below the goal line. It'll head off to the side of the net where it's going to be covered up as Luka Dobrik makes the save. 17:53 to go here in the third. Rockets an offensive zone faceoff coming. We'll bring out that top line.
Yeah, that's key. You've got some pressure here right away now that you've let the Maroons kind of get their feet wet back underneath them. But now you got to send the top line out and get a few more chances and hope to squeak another one in.
Right off the draw, the Maroons take control and work their way forward. Nice chip to try and work it inside the Strathroy zone. Back on defense to get it was Habib, but now Simons got it right back. Cleared out to center. Clark with it here. Clark up to Hibbert. Hibbert inside the zone. Nice play to get the puck away. Kendry up to Wood. Wood works inside the blue line. Wood looking for a shot. Had that one knocked away. Faulkner on the rebound, and that one wide into the corner on the redirect. Now down low for Wood, who's back behind the net. Looking to try and center that one. The net comes loose behind Dobrik, and it's going to be blown down there. So another face-off will stay inside the Chatham zone.
And the Rockets are losing advantages here continuously with the net on the opponent's net. We say that night after night here, unfortunately. But either way, they've been able to take advantage of it when it hasn't.
Up to the point for Ty Johnson. A shot through. That one pad saved by Dobrik. Into the corner here as Whaley will play it around to the opposite side. Keeping it in. Ballast down low for Wood. Wood tries to go out front. Squeaks through. And that one going to be cleared by the Maroons right out front of Dobrik. It's back for Hull inside of the Strathroy zone. From behind his net, over to Ty Johnson, who will just throw it out to the neutral zone, picked up by Zabo. Now a big hit by Johnson as he steps up there, and a thunderous applause from the hometown crowd. Up to Hewitt. Hewitt lets that one go between his legs, and it's back to Whaley, who plays it. Whaley over to his D partner, just out of the reach of Zabo. Hull behind the net. Leaves it for Johnson. Ty Johnson looking for a centering pass. Turned over out front. Good chance. Faulkner a chance, or Fraley a chance, pardon me. That one whistled wide. Holding on to it at the half wall. Fraley. Two Rockets draped all over him as he tries to get this one out. Maroons stay in control. Holding on to it, looking for a pass to Whaley. Whaley, a shot. That one off the back of a skate, now sitting on the back of the net, and the net's going to come loose there. So we'll get a face-off here. Just under 4 minutes gone in this third period.
One thing that has happened a lot here in this game, even in at the start of the game, I think the Kilby effect is happening with the Rockets players here. Kilby, known for his offensive or his physicality, it's rubbing off on some of his teammates here.
Pass to Spence, who breaks in. Spence a shot. That one hits off the side of the goal. Now back behind the net, up to the point. Shot from distance, well over top of the net. Glinski hands it off down low. Hogarth going to take it for Strathroy. Roaming around the boards, gets it up, and now it squeaks out, and Kilby going to carry it up past to Spezial. Spezial tried to cut to the net there and had that one knocked off his stick. Now he's going to have it tied up against the wall. Into the corner, off to the right of Dobrik. Play from Hogarth as he fires one towards the net. Spence is back to get there here for Chatham. Cleared off the wall and out. Back to the Strathroy blue line. D to D over to Kindry. Kindry with it. He's got some time. He's got some space. He'll work it, carry it up to center. And now he'll get it inside the offensive zone, but they're going to say he was offside there. The move at the line put the Rockets offside.
Yeah, he moved one extra step there and set himself offside there. Put the face-off outside the Maroon zone. It's on the other side of the red line. That's all you can ask for right now if you're the Rockets. Piercy digs in. He's going to try and win this one forward, actually.
Maroons win the draw. Quick pass up to center for Brown. Brown at the line, had that one knocked away. Quick pass coming through the middle. Gallant chips that one back to the defender, and now Parduzzi picks it up here for the Maroons. And across the line, looking for a pass to the middle. Chase for Graham, and it squeaks through. They score. .5:02 into the third, and the Maroons are back within one.
Nothing Nixon can do on that one as it went off. Graham in front there twice, and Nixon was screened by his defender as well as they tried to make a play on the body. Tough break for the Rockets there as Nixon, he didn't even see that one by any means like I mentioned there. But this line for the Maroons, they're going to get a lot of ice time here. Still down by one with 15 minutes left in the third.
Cameron Graham has brought the Maroons back within one. Now Hewitt breaks in. Hewitt a shot on. That one stopped by Dobrik. Puck down below the goal line here, trying to pick that one up. Pimentel just out of the reach of him. Brown with it now. Brown back down low. Hands it off to McKim. McKim over, and now they'll bring it up here as Clark has it at the top of the circle. Clark up to the blue line. Pass out to the slot for Graham. Graham's pass intercepted there, and now a turnover almost forced. Smith down low is going to lose it. Maroons take control. Pass out in front, looking to try and knock that one away. Parduzzi has it. Parduzzi a shot. That one well over top of the goal blocker side, and the net's going to come off. As Nixon knocked it off, trying to go grab the rebound off the glass.
And Nixon's going to try and cover anything he can get his hands on that'll be well around that crease just to slow things down, make sure his team stays as fresh as possible and keeps the freshest legs on the ice. Like I mentioned, that line of Graham, Parduzzi, and Clark, they're going to be on the ice a lot here in this third period, trying to get them back tied here with still 14 in the period.
Into the corner. Habib's there to play it for Strathroy. Rockets just trying to clear outside of their own zone. Just off to the right of the bench is the battle. It comes out to the opposite side. Ballas in a nice battle against Simons. Holding on to it. Pass into the slot. Shot on, and Nixon right there to make the save. As he shuts the door to keep the Rockets up by one.
And the Rockets are already being outshot 5-3 here in the period. And that's something you don't want to see. You want to see them get more chances down in the Maroons territory.
Right off the draw, it comes up to the point. Zabo looking for a shot. That one over top of the net. Now up near the blue line. Not out as it's kept in. Out front of the Rockets net, looking for a chance here, and the Rockets will knock it away. This one flipped up to the neutral zone. Nice play to knock it down and get it back to his defense partner by Zabo. Now we'll circle back behind the Chatham net. Long pass, and that one will be an icing against the Maroons.
Threw a few sticks there. They're trying to stretch the ice here and get the extra forward in behind the Rockets defense there, but unfortunately it missed all the sticks there. We saw that earlier with the Rockets trying to do that, but the Maroons are going to do the same thing there and forces them back inside their own territory.
Tied up off the draw. Up to the line and out as Cunningham carries it forward here for the Maroons. Down the ice and an icing call. He didn't quite get to center.
Tough break there for them. As you can hear, they're trying to keep a change, but it looks like they're going to get away with it as they were able to get one player off the ice. Were the Maroons.
Face off to the left of Dobrik. Now back behind the net with it. Trying to get the puck away. The Maroons will take control, clear it off the glass, and back out to center. Now both going for a hit. It's going to be turned over inside the Chatham zone. Rockets looking to get it back. Now here come the Maroons from center. Cunningham. Pass to the left side. They break it in. Looking for the return pass. Nice defensive play to knock that one away by Ty Johnson. Now Spence couldn't hold on to it here. The Rockets will clear back out to center. Right down below us. Turned over off the stick of Johnson. A shot on from Fraley. That one goes off the body and into the corner. Now another one from distance. Stopped by Nixon. Rockets just running around here looking to clear as that one's going to be flipped to the neutral zone and picked up by Pimentel. Pimentel couldn't hold on to it for long as now he goes to the bench for a change. Chatham from their own zone. Knocked away, coming through the middle is Kilby. Got his stick in the lane, and now a too-many-men call on the ice here as the Maroons are going to take a penalty. The linesman right in the thick of it to call it.
And I'm not sure. It looks like Isaac LeGood jumped over the bench in the thick of things, thinking his team was down a player, but with the linesman standing not even 2 feet from him, put 6 men on it. I was trying to do the quick count there, but what a call right away by the linesman there, Simpson. You don't hear that being called a lot by in the GOJHL. A good call by the linesman, but that's a definitely good call there. Puts the Rockets on the power play.
Looking for a shot, scores! Ty Johnson, 5 seconds into the power play, the Rockets regained the 2-goal lead.
Costly penalties are going to lead to mistakes, and that's what happens. Bigger mistakes come from little mistakes. Puts the Rockets back up. Their power play unit, both power play units I should say, have been doing wonderful tonight. That's the second power play goal for the Rockets here in the game, who haven't come in doing too well in the league with their power play percentage. But tonight, that's 2 for them.
Back to the Maroon zone here as they come up ice. Pass knocked away. Habib will throw it off a stick and back into the Chatham zone. Clark is back to get it here. Here's Clark up to the top of the circle. He'll carry it forward, get to center, dodge a hit, and bring it in. Clark, couple of nice moves, knocked away. This one back behind the net for Fancy. Fancy, bounce pass off the boards up to the point. Point shot well wide, looking for a tip. Clark in the corner. Spezial gets that one away, and now he'll carry it up. Got Hogarth with him. Pass to Hogarth, carries it in. Now Kilby a shot on. That one redirected. Chance on, and that one stopped by the glove of Dobrik. And this will draw a crowd here, and they're going to take them both, it looks like. Spezial retaliated on the shove after the whistle, and both of them are going to be going to the box here. Warren Clark and Brandon Spezial.
And the goal for the Maroons. Looks like Coach Jason Williams' move here was one of the best he's had in a while, as Ty Johnson gets the goal. Caden Faulkner, his 3rd point of the night from Brandon Ballas on the power play, puts them up here by 2 again with 11:20 left on the clock.
Face off, off to the left of Dobrik here, and Hogarth in to take it. Right off the draw, a little bit of a pile-up, but the Maroons will quickly work it up through center with Fancy. A pass over, onto the stick and into the corner for Zabo. Now back behind the net here. Looking out front, that one stopped by Nixon. Rebound, another chance. This one goes into the corner. Up to the point. Maroons trying to work the perimeter here. Whaley, point shot on, and stopped by Nixon. So despite being even strength, the Maroons got some time inside the offensive zone there to work the puck around the outside of the zone. And it got a good point shot off, but not a lot of traffic out front. Nixon saw it easily, made the save. 10:58 to go here in the third. Nearing that halfway mark, the Rockets have regained that 2-goal lead. It's 5-3 now, and now a penalty on the way. And it'll be a high sticking call. And I believe they're going to put it on Nixon, I think.
Nixon or Kindry, I'm not sure. He was pointing into the corner as well. And it looks, it's going to be Kindry, it looks going.
It's Nixon who's having a conversation with the official here. No one's in the box for Strathroy. Yeah, they have Nixon up on the board there.
Wow.
Saying that his stick got up in the face of the Maroons player on his way behind the net there. And so the Rockets will have to kill off a penalty here with 10:54 to go in the third.
We just saw it happen to the Maroons. You don't want to see it happen here.
Fancy shot on. That one stopped. Big rebound scrum out front. Another chance. That one stopped as well. Simons with it now up to the point for Spence. Maroons working on the power play here. Parnuzzi up to Spence at the blue line. Right side. Fancy shot on. Stop. And a scrum out front ensues as Nixon got the glove on that one. Man, there was a battle out front during that whole first 22 seconds of the power play.
That was a battle. That would almost look like a wrestling match out there for the two, for the Maroons and the Rockets here instead of a hockey game. And it's tough to see. They've got Kane Johnson in the box there serving the penalty, so that's a loss there on the power play unit, or the penalty kill unit for the Rockets.
Up to the point again here. Walking in Spence. Spence on the left side. Tries to cut through. Lost that one. Around the boards and up to the blue line for Fancy. Fancy's pass over to the left side here. Working around the perimeter here. Spinning and looking for an option. Parnuzzi holds onto it. Now onto his forehand. Up to Spence. Spence at the point. Looking for a shot. That one wide of the goal. Held onto by the Maroons inside the zone. Now back behind the net here. Passed out to the side. Looking to try and come through the middle there. Kendry knocked that one away, and it's going to get up to the line and kept in by the Maroons defenseman by Spence. Nice play to keep it alive here as the outstretched stick around Fancy. Fancy has it hop over top of his stick, but he picks it up. Now Fancy's pass over to Parnuzzi on the left side. Now he works in, tries to cut to the net, throws that one over top of the goal, and it's going to go out of play, and the faceoff will come outside. 35 seconds to go on the man advantage.
And that's Nixon's first penalty of the year. Like I said, you don't see goaltenders getting a lot. Usually it's a trip or a cross-check call, high stick call. That's very rare. But him and the Rockets are doing really well on clearing or keeping this power play, lethal power play as well, off the board for so far in this power play.
Off the face-off, the Maroons bring it in, cutting through. That one stopped by the pad of Nixon. Still holding on to it here, and it's going to be cleared off the glass and out by Hall. 22 seconds to go here on the man advantage for Chatham. Back behind their net here, trying to get set up here to come up ice here. Probably the final time on this power play. Gets set up inside the zone. It's LeGood in the corner. Now LeGood cuts through, throws one off the side there. Rebound stopped by Nixon as well. It's out front. Nixon gets the pad on it, and it stays out. Now LeGood up to the point. Looking to try and fire one on, and it's poked away. And a penalty on the way here, a hooking call. And I think it's going to be, yep, it is. Sculthorpe going to the box here, and the Rockets will head right to the power play. No, pardon me, it's on Hewitt.
Hewitt. I was going to say, that's a penalty you don't want to have, and it looks like it's actually a spear. From what he motioned there, he made the gesture forward.
The one linesman was originally grabbing Sculthorpe to take him to the box. He didn't even know who was getting the call, and it's a 4-minute penalty on Hewitt.
So it's got to be a spear there. That's a tough call there.
Up to the point, Clark has it hop over top of his stick. Now Spezial comes in alone, shorthanded. Spezial to the net, stopped by Dobrik. And it's going to be covered up here by Dobrik. A nice save and a great job by Spezial to bring the puck up ice.
Yeah, that's exactly where it is. 4 minutes. This is going to be a big 4-minute kill if they can kill it all. Best way to kill it, put it back in the other zone.
Off the draw, it comes up to the point, and now Ty Johnson's going to dump it right back into the Chatham zone. A 4-minute penalty kill that could make or break this game here for the Rockets. Fancy will carry it in for Chatham. Fancy now, up to the point. Spence shot, that one's going to be blocked, and now Hogarth will come back the other way. Hogarth's going to be in a low shorthanded. Hogarth to the net, and a penalty on the way as it'll be touched up here.
And they're calling it a penalty shot. Yep, they're calling it a penalty shot. He pointed to center ice. He didn't make the traditional X, but it'll be a penalty shot, a well-deserved penalty shot as well.
The Rockets, I'm sure, would love the penalty shot, but man, a penalty would have been nice too to negate some of that 4-minute power play for Chatham. So Caden Hogarth will get a penalty shot here. Hogarth to penalty shot with 8:15 to go in the third. And the Rockets up by 2.
This is big if they can get the goal. This will be big if they can score this one. That'll put a 3-goal lead here for the Rockets.
Hogarth in on a penalty shot here. In alone on Dobrik, and he scores! The penalty shot goal for Hogarth. And it's 6-3 Strathroy.
And you see the big hug by Nixon, knowing that his penalty there, it didn't matter, but he put the team on edge a little bit more. And now, shorthanded officially, a shorthanded breakaway chance for Hogarth leads to a shorthanded penalty shot, putting them up 6-3. 8:15 left in this game.
That's huge for the Rockets here. A little bit of insurance with 8:11 to go and 3:17 to kill on the 4-minute penalty to Hewitt.
Yeah, that's huge for the Rockets there. They do say the 3-goal lead is the deadliest, but in this league, I don't know. That seems like a really big nail there as they come down in the final minutes here, or the final half. Hogarth's 4th of the season.
Up to the point here for Partnuzzi. Here as the Maroons still have 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go on the 4-minute penalty. Still lots of chances for them to get back in this game. Pass out front. This one intercepted, sent down the ice, and it's going to hit off the linesman on the way, so it doesn't make it all the way. That hurts the Rockets a little bit here. As Whaley's just going to take it all the way back behind the Maroons net anyways. So puck didn't make it there, but Whaley helped him out. Now a nice play by Piercy. Pokes it up to Spezial. Spezial cutting in. Shot. That one's going to go off a body. Now it bounces out front. Chance for Piercy, and he fires one off the side of the goal there as it's all the way back into the Strathroy zone for Habib to get it. Habib some time as he comes down the ice, and he fires it down as the Rockets continue off a good penalty kill.
4-minute penalty kill. They've already killed almost the first 2, and it's been all in the Maroons' territory.
Nice move to work past the defenders. Now back behind the net. Wraparound chance. Stopped by Nixon. They score. With 13 seconds left on the first penalty, the Maroons are back within a couple here. It's the goal by Welch on the power play.
Yeah, tough one there for the Rockets. They had most of the play down in the territory of the Maroons, and they're actually discussing this goal as it looked like the net was knocked off, but they're going to call it a good goal here.
So a 6-4 Rockets lead now. And I'm not sure what the discussion is now.
I think they were just discussing about what happens with the penalty.
Should it go down to 2, should it not?
Yeah, it will go down to the 2 minute because it was a double minor of a penalty. So it'll be a 2 minute.
They have it fixed now. So 2 minutes up on the clock, and the Rockets to the penalty kill here. Oh boy, does that extra goal on the penalty shot by Hogarth now help you out. 7 minutes to go in this game. 6-4 Rockets lead. Down below the goal here. Holding on to it are the Maroons. Clark into the corner. Sculthorpe holds on to it now to his forehand. Looking for a pass option. Up to the point. Now a shot through distance. That one stopped. Redirected. It goes wide. Now back behind the net. Look good with it. Up to the point for Clark. Clark down low. Looks for the return pass. That one bounces around out front. And it goes to Clark in the right side corner. Return pass up to the point now. Settles down the bouncing puck. Fires one on. That one goes wide. Look good holding on to it here. A minute to go on the power play. It slips off the stick of Glinski, but stays inside the line. Now back up to Glinski. Glinski shot on, and Nixon gloves that one as he sees it easily. And Sculthorpe getting right in the face of Nixon there. Is going to draw a crowd out front of the Strathroy net.
And the Rockets won't let Nixon handle it. They'll handle it themselves. You let your goalie handle that one, you're going to get in trouble. But the Maroons are back into this with a 6-4 goal. The wraparound goal scored by Ryan McKim, assisted by Dylan Glimski. And it puts them back within 2 with 6 minutes left here in the third period.
58 seconds to go on the power play for Chatham. Piercy in to take the draw for Strathroy. It's up to the point here. Barnuzzi to Spence. Spence off to the right side for Fancy. Fancy's pass into the slot. Stopped by Nixon. Nice chance out front for Simons. Just trying to tie this one up down low is Habib. 3 Maroons in there to try and dig it out. They'll get it up to the point for Spence. Now to the right side. Fancy shot on. That one stopped. Big rebound comes through. And a block shot by Habib. 30 seconds to go on the man advantage. Spence with it. Off to the side for Parnuzzi. Now to Spence again. Steps in. Shot. That one stopped. Back behind Nixon. Chance out front, and they couldn't get a shot off. Now one-time chance on. That one stopped by the pad. Into the corner here. Chatham continuing to roll. 15 seconds to go on the man advantage. Up to the point for Spence. Hands it off to Fancy. Fancy looking opposite side. That shot over top of the goal. Sitting on the back of the net now. Simons knocks it away. Looking to try and clear. The Rockets will send it down the ice, and that'll kill off the penalty here as Hewitt back onto the ice and right to the bench.
All 4 Rockets on that penalty kill will get out there as they get the top line back out there.
Hendry up. Bounce pass off the boards to Wood. And now the Rockets back to even strength here with 4:48 to go in the third. And a 2-goal lead. Now Ballas with it. Had that one knocked off his stick at the line. Going to dump it in on a backhand, and the Rockets will chase inside the Chatham zone. This one flipped up and down the ice, and it'll go for an icing call against the Maroons. And a late change they're trying to get in there, and the linesman all over it. 4:31 to go here in the third.
Yeah, they're going to make sure that he gets back on the ice. Because, and that's one thing I understand 100% what they're trying to do. They're trying to get fresh legs. Even delay it a little bit, but you gotta know when the linesman's looking there, just don't even try.
Face off one. Wood at the side. Couldn't get a shot off here. Now Spence clears it back out to center here for the Maroons. Trying to knock that one down. Ballas with it. Ballas at center. Arm comes up here. Penalty on the way to the Maroons. And it'll be touched up by Whaley, and the Rockets will get a power play chance here with 4:13 to go.
This is big. A 2-minute power play here. Even if you don't score, that brings you down in the last 2 minutes. If you control the puck here, you're going to control the last bit of this game for the most part. 2 minutes, that brings you down to 2 minutes and 13 seconds left, down by, at this point, 2. So you really want to make sure you control as long as you can for this period.
2 for 6 on the power play tonight, Strathroy. Johnson to Hall. Hall walks in. Shot. That one stopped by Dobrik. And he covers up there. We'll get a whistle just 5 seconds into the man advantage here. Face-off coming off to his right.
And you see the goal scorers out there right now. Ty Johnson, Brendan Ballas, Riley Wood, Faulkner are all out there for the Rockets right now, all looking for an additional goal that would spread this game wide open.
Looking to try and find the one to possibly put the final nail in the coffin. Johnson back inside the Strathroy zone. A big hit against him. Now down low, cutting out front. They get a chance. Stopped by Nixon. Off to the side of the goal now. Now back behind the Strathroy net. Here comes Ballas up the right side. Looking for a pass option. Hands that one off, and it's going to be turned over here. Now picking it up, Faulkner. Faulkner back out to center now. And he's just going to spin and bring it all the way back to center ice here. Long pass over to Kindry, who will dump it in on the backhand. Into the corner for Wood. Wood trying to get that one away. It comes to Whaley. Whaley can't clear here. Turned over. Ballas shot on. That one blocker saved by Dobrik. And it'll be cleared down the ice and back into the Strathroy zone onto the stick of Smith.
And you want to get back into the dump it in and get a deep mentality, because that's what's worked so far with your 2 power play goals so far in this game.
Up to center. Trying to poke that one away and get it free. A little scrum at center ice. Corral running through. It'll be the Maroons carrying it up through the middle. Fancy lost that one. Now to the opposite side. Johnson pass over to Kindry. Kindry stepping up inside the line and dumps it to get it deep. Now a long pass sent down the ice, and it'll be stopped, and Nixon got it, but the Maroons take it away from him. In the corner here, 25 seconds to go on the Rockets' power play. 2:35 to go here in the third period. Glinsky going to force him out from behind the Strathroy net. Kindry going to spin and get that one over to Smith. Smith just looking to try and get it out here. Bouncing puck at center. Hewitt now comes across the logo at center ice. Lost that one here. Maroons turn it over, and now blazing up ice on the left side. Coming in through. Nice defensive play to knock that one away is Smith. Over on the right side, and now Pimentel gets that one past, and he's going to be in here. Pimentel, he's got Hewitt with him. Pimentel shot on, off the post. Oh, he beat him, but he didn't get past the iron. Down low in the corner, and a big hit by Pimentel. Slow to get up is Hewitt. He's still down in the corner. Opposite side of the ice here as the Rockets get to the bench. Hewitt and Pimentel get a change. Now Kane Johnson breaks free. Johnson down low in the corner, looking for a pass out front to Spezial. It's going to be turned over, and here comes Chatham the other way. Minute 40 to go here in regulation. Nice hit as stepping up there was Hall. Shot on, and it's stopped by Nixon.
Something we need to remember here, Noah. The Maroons already used their timeout. They don't have a timeout here. They're down by 2. Minute 35. This is almost when you would want to use a timeout here to get your... You can see everyone's doubled over here, especially your big guys. This is, like I said, you'd want to have a timeout here to make a call, as Nixon's having a little bit of equipment issues. And they're actually going to pull the goalie now.
Yeah, Dobrik will come to the bench with a minute 35 to go. And a late change they're trying to get done here is going to be called back by the official.
Yeah, he's going to send both the defensemen back, LeGood and Clark, to the bench as they were late on the ice.
Clark and LeGood sending them back to the bench here.
And he's already warned him once.
Oh, and there's a penalty.
I would say,
yeah, you can hear it from the bench.
Yep.
A bench minor.
Yep, it'll be actually, I believe it's Sculthorpe that's going to get the penalty.
Yeah, I can't repeat what it was, but man, he didn't like what the official's call was.
No, he didn't like that at all. And unfortunately, that's going to send the goalie back into the net, too, with
Rockets
a minute
to
35.
The power play with a minute 35 to go. And if there was a shot for the Maroons, they might have just shot themselves in the foot there.
Yep. We're still waiting for somebody to go to the bench, or to the penalty box here. And I don't know about you, it looked like Sculthorpe from here that said something, but it'll just go down as a bench minor.
Yeah, Fraley's going to the box to serve it, but unsure who exactly it was.
And now there's another delay because they have 5 guys on the ice still with the goalie in net.
Off the draw, Hogarth in the corner here for Strathroy. Kilby off to the side. Minute 25 to go here in the third. Rockets just trying to close this one out. Kilby trying to cut to the net here. Back behind the Chatham net for Zabo, and Kilby throwing a big hit to Zabo. Here come the Maroons, up ice, turned over. Now Welch with it. Will dump it in. Off the stick of Nixon. Spezial up to Habib. Habib trying to get that one past the linesman, and now down at center. Zabo losing his stick on Kilby. Kilby was slow to get up here, and now he'll enter the zone, and it's going to be an icing call against Strathroy. And Kilby some words there on Zabo, who sent him down to the ice. Oh, and they're going to get the call. It's a spear. 5 minutes.
It'll be a four minute for Zabo here going to the it'll be Zabo going to the box. He came in and kind of speared Kilby in the ribs right in front of the penalty box too.
And here's the thing with just the one official on the ice this year and 2 linesmen. The linesmen can make penalty calls, but they can't make it until a whistle goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So
that was something I knew this morning.
So the linesman saw that, but he had to wait until the whistle before he could let the official know that there was a spear on the play. And the Rockets now on a 5-on-3, just trying to get out of this game without any injuries.
Yeah, you want to stay as clean as possible, stay away from the corners, and don't do anything after the whistle.
Shot on, it will go off a stick and out of play. A 6-4 Strathroy lead with 44.8 to go here in the third.
And I got to give credit to Kilby for staying as calm as he was on that spear. We've seen him go after players for something like that. He was calm, knew the situation, and said, "You know what? I gotta play smart here."
Welch and Faulkner going to be thrown out of the draw here. Inside of the Chatham zone. It'll be won back by the Rockets all the way back to the Strathroy zone. Faulkner with it, trying to dodge a hit there. Welch turns it over. Welch inside the zone, looking for a shot on. That one's going to go off a stick and wide. Now back behind the Strathroy net for Faulkner. Faulkner trying to get away from danger now. Throws it out front of the Strathroy net for Smith. Smith up to Wood. Wood will carry it in, and now the Rockets will enter the zone. Here's Wood. Taken into the boards by Welch, and now Welch has a stranglehold on him in the corner. 14 seconds to go here. Back behind the net here, and now a call out front there is taken down. Yep, he's going to get booted here. Faulkner down on the ice and on his way past Cameron Welch. I can't tell if he gave him a kick or just skated into him.
No, I believe actually what happened is Welch was in behind, and actually Dobrich kind of gave the shot in front of the net to the Rockets player. Either way, he's gone. Welch is gone from the game.
And there's 9.1 to go here, and yeah, a smart move here by the Rockets. You get some guys off the ice like Ballas and Wood. They probably didn't need to be out there regardless with a 6-4 lead late in this game. As this thing has gotten ugly here. 9.1 to go. The Rockets will win it back. They'll take it back inside their own zone. Back behind the net here of Nixon, and the Rockets will go as the clock actually stopped at center there. I'm not sure if the whistle went or what. Yeah, no, it's over. The Rockets win it 6-4. A complete performance here on a Saturday night, and the Rockets will leave with 2 points.
Yeah, and that is huge for the Rockets after last night not being able to beat Bryce Walcarius. They come in and beat the third-ranked team in the Western Conference with a big, demanding win, a 6-4 win. That makes a statement in any game, but to beat a third-place team, that's even bigger.
So the Rockets 6-4 winners here over the Maroons tonight as they pick up 3 of 4 possible points on the weekend and see themselves slowly starting to figure things out here as the season rolls into December.
Yeah, and this is the best time to do it. You're going right into the Christmas break here. You want to make sure you can get as many points before you go into the break. And just to wrap up all that mayhem at the end of the game there, Cameron Welch, an attempt to injure in the last 5 minutes. That could lead to a suspension for the Maroons.
So the Rockets get a 6-4 win, courtesy of 6 different goal scorers tonight, and will leave the weekend with a win and a shootout loss. Overall, a fairly successful weekend for the Rockets. The hometown fans will sure take it, as the Rockets have won back-to-back games on home ice. Tonight, 6-4 over the Maroons. We're back in action Wednesday night as the Rockets hit the road to the Western Fair Sports Centre to take on the London Nationals. Puck drop, 7 o'clock. We're on the air shortly before, as the Rockets look to continue their winning ways. I'm Noah Smith. Matt Hiscox alongside me. We thank you for listening with us tonight here on the Rockets YouTube page, and we'll see you next time.